Greetings traders, I'm going to be doing a quick update to this weekend's trading video that I did. Taking a quick look here on Monday, and this is rounding out the month of August 2020, mostly in red. Only thing that was in bullish territory as far as major indices were concerned was the NASDAQ, not doing too bad there. But you had small caps and both financials down, leading to the downside more than 1%. Silver higher by 2%, not bad there. VIX increasing by 15%. That is fear coming into the markets. We're no longer below 25. We're now at 26 and climbing higher. A 15% jump today is pretty significant. And Bitcoin at 11,600. Okay, I'm going to start off with the monthly video. Now that the August is over, we want to take a quick look here at the monthly charts to see how they ended up. This is the S&P 500 ETF called the Spider. And if you look here, we have a blue line. The monthly is at that resistance, okay? So this line, the last time it touched that resistance, it dropped. If we go back, follow me here. If we go back we touched it, we dropped, okay? We go back, it's this line right here, this lighter blue. Come down, it acted as resistance many times here. Got near it, it dropped. Got to it, it dropped. So again, let's reverse it. It hit the line and dropped. Couldn't get over it here, just acted as resistance and finally dropped. We go up and touch it and drop. We go up and touch it and drop. And we're right here almost ready to touch it. So will we drop? We could, absolutely. Absolutely could we drop, because that is major resistance. And every time we've hit that in the last umpteen times for the monthly chart, it has in fact dropped. MACD is going high. It is at the high level of the oscillation. Furthermore, the histogram is ticking higher. But this looks like a good area, as we saw here. It crossed over and dropped. We saw here, we crossed over and dropped. We are now higher than those two swings on the centered oscillator, the MACD. The diamonds is still below on the monthly chart, below a major trend line. The NASDAQ is off and flying. The tech stocks are on fire doing what they do. They're just going ever since we broke up through this trend line, it was just off to the races. Usually I get concerned when I see the candlestick size increasing as it rallies higher, because usually that's indicative of a reversal. And so when I see that, it's like, ooh, just be careful of a quick snapback, okay? I'm not saying that's going to happen here, but I just don't like seeing candlesticks getting larger, because that big last candlestick, I don't know if this is it or not, tends to rubber band back. Let's go to small caps. This is the Russell 2000. It did something really important this month. It closed above a trend line that's very important. So this trend line is a major swing low back here in 2016, okay? And this is January, February 2016. Major support here in December 2018. Found support again, at least for a momentary support before it crashed here in January 2020. Well, at this time, we have closed above that line. That is really bullish. So I foresee us staying above this trend line on small caps. I do see that, but I see us going into this triangle. See this triangle? I see us maybe staying in here the next few months, going sideways. Financials did something also really important. It closed above a major area of resistance. This trend line is very important to me, and here's why. This trend line goes back here to 2011, August, and September 2011, follows up to major support here, February 2016. It broke it. Now we had a chance of hitting our head and then dropping. We did not do that. We closed above it. That is good news for financials, guys. That is really, really good news. Now, we're still below a lot of moving averages here. We're not out of the woodwork yet, but that's more bullish than it is bearish for sure. US dollar continuing down. When it broke that support back here in June, I said, watch out for the US dollar. This thing should crash and burn. This is it's called a death hook. You only learn that in the mentorship program, but there's the death hook. And I actually, we have a private group of all the Grok graduates that come through the program, and they're on Facebook. And I posted this to see who could identify the death hook, and right there it is. It actually was signaled May 2020, and then that would have been a good short for the US dollar, and that's where we're at now. Silver is off to the races, looking really good. Gold off to the races, but dojied out after an extended run. That could be a reversal pattern on this monthly chart. And VIX, if you look at this looks like up, nice bull pullback with a hammer. That is very bearish because the chart is bullish, right? It's hammering out the bottom after a pullback with candlesticks getting smaller. It's really good. This looks like it's ready for a rally to the upside, guys. That's what it looks like on the monthly chart. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but that is a bullish setup. That means that's very bearish for the markets. Bitcoin is up. We're not doing too bad at this moment. It's doing just fine. Okay, now I want to look at quickly. I said this is going to be a quick video, and I'm lying to you already. I'm completely lying to you. I try to make them quick. So here's the deal. This is the Spider weekly. So every candlestick is 1 week. All right. So my big concern over the weekend was we're at this major resistance, and sure enough, we're seeing that resistance play out. It's hitting its head. It's having a hard time knowing what to do here. Week's just getting started. This is just Monday. But if we can get above this trend line plus this trend line, oh man, one of you guys, oh man, I should be writing down your names. Somebody called out this trend line for me, and I added it. And anyway, so kudos to you. And so we have a couple trend lines here that we've got to contend with. So we're not out of the woodwork here on the weeklies, not on the spider. The diamonds is just melting upward. We have a ways before we get to this upper level of resistance. NASDAQ is just on fire. We've just been on an extreme run to the upside. And small caps, Russell 2000, even though it broke below this trend line, we have a high base. High base is bullish. A high base on the Russell is really, really bullish. But I'm still paying special attention to this trend line. And that was on small caps. Here's the financials. The financials are down. This is a big, nasty bear flag, guys. And if this breaks down from this trend line in this 20-week moving average, we're in a lot of trouble. This needs to get bullish. XLF, the financials, have to get bullish to give us support in this market, because the monthlies are starting to shape up really nicely. The weeklies need to plow through. We need more upside opportunity. This needs to be a real bullish week. The next 2 weeks need to be really, really bullish. US dollar on the weekly is down, but we do doji out. Let's see if we reverse. Silver is up. This is a pennant. There's the breakout starting to head higher. Gold pennant starting to head higher on the weekly. VIX, there's your falling wedge, and there's your pop starting to happen right there. Remember how I said these are dojis. Look for this to rally. This is starting to happen right now. The MACD, we do have a crossover with positive histograms on the MACD. Everything looks bullish on the VIX. That means everything looks bullish on fear. Fear is set to go higher. So quickly, I will, just because it'd be hard to do this and not do it, but this is the daily chart on the spiders. Not too much to show there, other than the fact that I have trend lines I'm waiting on dropping. If we break down below these, that's going to be bad news, but we need to stay above them. If we can stay above the trend lines on the diamonds too, we're going to be good. The NASDAQ did something really cool today, guys. It broke over a major area of resistance. This line, guys, have been support here, resistance there, resistance. and resistance, and then we plowed through it. Guys, that's really smoking hot, really looking good there. Small caps with the Russell's 2000 is on the wrong side on the daily chart, and it's showing weakness. We're below, for the first time in a long time, below the 20-day moving average. That is no good on the daily. That's showing relative weakness on the smaller time frame. That's no good. Rising wedge. This would be a time to be going short on the daily. And on the weeklies, they're all at resistance areas still. It's just the monthlies teasing us, saying, hey, the monthly is the big chart, look for that to go higher, you know, that should pull everything higher. It's a mess on the technicals. It's somebody's going to win this battle right now. The bigger time frames have the upper hand, and so the lower time frames should lose out. The lower time frames are looking bearish, so they should lose out, and we should drift higher. But we'll see. Financials, big drop today. Bad news, but as long as we stay above these support levels, I'm okay. Above the moving averages. If you don't know how to draw trend lines, I've got it down to a science. It is not an art. It's very much a science. And there's 3 different type of trend lines you have to draw, and we teach those. So I don't go through all those in my videos. My videos would be so much longer than what they are now. But here we pull back here. If we can stay above those trend lines, it'd be great. But if you don't know how to draw trend lines for everybody else, just above the, let's say, the 20-day moving average. So we can stay above the 20-day moving average on the financials, on the daily. That will be awesome. That'd be great. And a little tidbit for you guys. Some of you, there's about 30 of you that came and hung out with Romulus for the last Saturday for a couple hours. Several of you signed up to be trained by him. He's a hedge fund guy. He's been trading longer than I have in the markets, 25 years. I've been trading 22. He's a hedge fund guy. Most of that time in the that he was trading on Wall Street was in hedge fund, on the hedge fund side of things. But something that you might be interested in, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, he does a video. So tomorrow he'll be doing a video. Thursday he'll be doing a video. You might want to show up for Thursdays, because there's a special announcement being made that you might want to be a part of. So anyway, Thursday night, he does a live 30-minute deal. It's free. Anybody can be a part of that. Just go to groktrade.com/Romulus and sign up. You'll get an invite to be a part of that Thursday night deal. So anyway, hope you guys can join us. Take care, and I hope this was beneficial. If this was beneficial, please tell me, because I usually do 1 video a week. This is 2 videos. So if you appreciate that, please let me know. Take care, all. We'll see you. Bye.